You don't have to ask them or anyone else to fulfill your desire. Yes, you heard it right. You don't have to convince someone else to receive what you want or what you dream of. Many of you are confused when it comes to manifesting your desires. You think that you need to make others believe in order to manifest what you want. But it's completely opposite to what you think. You have to leave others on their own, and on the other hand, you have to convince yourself that you already have what you want. Those of you who are hearing this for the first time might get confused by it. They might think, what does it mean to say that I already have what I want? You will say that I cannot see it in my reality. It is not here with me. I desire a new house, but right now I am in my old house. How can I convince myself that I already have what I want? Well, I can understand you and your concern. But as we proceed towards the end of this video, you will clearly understand what needs to be done and how you can easily convince yourself that you have what you want. So, if you look up the definition of convincing on Google, it would show you a result that says, to cause someone to believe firmly in the truth of something. So, it means that you have to make yourself believe firmly in the truth of having your desire. Also, I would like to ask you a question. Right now, you are watching this video on your smartphone. You are holding that smartphone in your hands. Would you convince me that you have a smartphone? You won't, right? You won't do it because you are seeing it, touching it, and feeling it with your physical senses. Anything that you can see, touch, hear, smell, taste, and feel with your physical senses is a fact for you. Am I right? So, you say that the smartphone that I am holding is a fact, and I don't have to convince myself of it. Does that sound correct? Well, of course, it sounds all right. Now, when it comes to manifestation, let's say it is a house that you want. You are not in that house. It is your desire. It is your dream to have that house, and since you don't have it, you have to convince yourself that you already have it. This simply means that you only convince yourself of something when it is not here. You don't convince yourself of something that you can feel, touch, see, hear, taste, or smell. Are you understanding what I am saying? If not, then replay the previous part of the video till you finally understand that you only convince yourself if something is not here yet. That's it. This whole point was to make you understand that it does not matter if you see something in your external reality or not, you can still manifest it. You can still have it. You can still make your desires a reality by convincing yourself. Now, how do you do it? How would you make it a reality? Some of you who will leave this video right now will delay this process if you think that you just have to change your thoughts. Well, changing the thoughts is essential. I am not denying that, but it takes lots of time to do it. It is because thoughts appear and disappear in our minds every day. It becomes nearly impossible to catch each one of them. But if you are disciplined enough and are able to catch the majority of them, then you can make that shift in your reality. But the majority of us are not disciplined, and due to our excessive usage of our smartphones, we become very easily distracted. Even a simple notification from an e-commerce app turns heads away, and we want to click and see what's in there. Since most of us are easily distracted, we need something that would be far more enjoyable and fun to do. This is how imagination comes in. By imagining, you can easily convince yourself that you have what you want. You would say that thoughts are also imagination. Well, you are right, but thoughts are like black and white television, which is not entertaining in the current time. You have to add other elements to it. You can add visual scenes, you can add the element of touch, you can add the element of smell, and you can even add the element of taste to it. Not only this, but you can also hear your friend congratulating you. The more elements you add to it, the more fun and entertaining it becomes, the more vivid it becomes, and the more convincing it becomes. For a moment, just imagine that you are standing in front of a road. Numerous vehicles are moving on this road, and you enter one vehicle. This vehicle will take you to your desired destination. You have to enter this vehicle by imagining a scene where you already have what you want. It does not matter if others in your reality believe in you or don't believe in you. You can manifest any materialistic goal by using your imagination wisely. By using your imagination wisely, I simply mean adding more and more elements to your imaginary scene. Don't make manifestation a serious business, keep it fun. So, Neville says in his lectures that you have to occupy a state. You can occupy any state in this world. You can occupy a state of poverty, a state of wealth, a state of lovelessness, or a state of love. Like this, you can occupy any state that you want. When you remain faithful to this state, you will discover that the state has its own way of externalizing itself. Now, how do you occupy this state? Well, you will occupy it by asking yourself how you would feel and what you would see, hear, touch, taste, and smell if your dream were real. Take time to set the stage. Being the star of your production. Place yourself center stage, then allow a friend to enter and see you in your new state. Write the script, the words he would say when he saw you. Feel his touch. You don't need permission from anyone to get into the state. All you need is imagination. All you need is to occupy this new state. Like you change and wear fresh clothes every day, you have to wear this new state by imagining. At first, I know it will appear difficult. You would not know what to imagine. You would be confused because you gathered information from every other channel that says the same thing but in different words and different languages. So, in simple and easy words, I am telling you that you have to imagine a scene that would be true and would be a fact once you have what you want. I would help you with choosing a scene, so hear me out clearly. Like in the initial parts of the video, I gave you an example of a person wanting a new house. Your logical mind would give you steps that you have to take. The logic is not wrong. Logic is just an accumulation of past information. You might have to take those steps. But before that, you have to imagine that you are already in that house, living your everyday life. You don't have to imagine that you are searching for a house or that you found that house. You have to go to the end, where you own that house. When you own that house and are living there, imagine what all you would be doing in that house. You might choose a scene of waking up from your bed and seeing and touching the new walls of that house. You can imagine cooking a meal in the kitchen of that house. You can imagine standing on the balcony and looking at the world from there. You can imagine throwing a party at your new house where you can hear your friend congratulating you. Let's say you choose this last scene where you invite your friends for a party at your new house. In this scene, you can add the element of sight, where you see your friend standing in front of you in your new house. You can add the sense of hearing where you listen to the songs that are playing in the background. You can add the element of touch by shaking hands with that friend. And you can again add the element of hearing the sound of your friend congratulating you on your new house. You can add a sense of taste by sipping your favorite drink at that party. By doing this, you added multiple elements of senses to your imagined scene. And by adding them, you made this scene vivid, and it seems fun and interesting. Now, it would become extremely easy for you to think about the end of having your desire. By imagining that scene, you have convinced yourself that you have gotten what you wanted. This inner conviction, this inner relief, and this shift in your inner state would manifest the reality that you want to experience. Whatever you desire, believe you have received it, and you will. Knowing what you want, assume you have it, and let no one divert you. Try it, for this simple principle will not fail you. But remember, you are its power, as it does not operate itself. I can tell you how to move into another state, but you must move into it. No one can do it for you. You see, states are permanent, and it is up to you to get out of the state you are now in if it is undesirable to you. So, you are always changing states. You are entering new states and exiting old states, or you are retaining old states. Only you are doing all of this by imagining it. Every day, every hour, and every minute, you are imagining something or another. You don't have to stop imagining it. You just have to change the direction and imagine it in your favor. Guided meditations are one of the most effective tools that help me imagine, so I created a guided meditation that has given people immense results. You can find that meditation by clicking on the first video that appears at the end of the screen. But before you go there, I want to know you better, and for that, I have linked to a Google form that I want you to fill out. Check the comments section and fill out that form.